We start our journey with the oil palm, which thrives in tropical climates like Indonesia and Malaysia, two countries that account for 85% of global palm oil production. One of the farmers proudly shares, "It all starts with a tiny seed, but it is the beginning of one of the most important industries in ensuring global food security." Harvesting palms is not as simple as many people think. The palm fruits must be harvested at the right time, when they are at their optimal maturity, to ensure the highest amount of oil is extracted. Another farmer explains, gently lifting the fruit to inspect it. A mature palm tree can produce many clusters of fruit, and each cluster can weigh up to 50 kilograms, making the job a demanding one. Once harvested, the oil palm fruits need to be transported to the processing plant within 24 hours. This is the optimal time to ensure that the quality of the oil is not degraded by the natural fermentation process in the fruit. Trucks loaded with palm nuts move non-stop from the fields to the factory, where the nuts are processed through a series of sophisticated steps. At the factory, the production process begins with a steaming step. The nuts are steamed at high temperatures to remove any remaining bacteria, mold, and impurities on the surface. A technician at the factory explained as we watched the process from a safety glass viewing booth. Steaming not only ensures the hygienic quality of the palm oil, but also softens the nuts so that the oil can be extracted in the next steps. After steaming, the nuts are fed into a crusher to separate the oil. The nuts contain a lot of oil, especially in the pulp and seeds. But to extract the maximum amount of oil, the whole nut must be crushed and processed thoroughly. The powerful mill separates the hard shells and seeds from the oil, and then the oil is collected through layers of sophisticated filters. What makes this process special is that it not only separates the oil, but also retains the important nutrients in palm oil, such as vitamin E and healthy fatty acids. Once the crude oil is extracted, it goes through a series of filtering and refining steps. The oil is filtered through modern systems to remove residues and unwanted substances. Once filtered, the pure palm oil is ready for bottling and distribution. The oil is bottled in plastic or stainless steel bottles, depending on the intended use. The shiny golden bottles are neatly stacked on the production line, ready for their journey to stores and kitchens around the world. The almonds are not only a nutritious food, but also the main raw material for producing almond oil. A farmer explained as we walked around the fields, after 6 to 7 months of care, the almond trees will be ready for harvest. And we use machines to harvest tons of almonds every day. We use modern machines to harvest the almonds, which saves time and effort, said an engineer at the farm. Oh, these harvesters are capable of collecting tons of almonds every day, making the harvesting process efficient and fast. After harvesting, the almonds are taken to the processing plant, where they will begin their journey to becoming pure almond oil. At the plant, the almonds first go through preliminary processing steps. The almonds are cleaned and sorted to remove those that do not meet the standards, explained a worker at the plant, working next to the production line. The outer shell of the almond is then removed during the dehulling process, leaving the kernel inside containing the precious almond oil. The almond oil pressing process is carried out with the utmost care to ensure the quality and nutritional value of the oil. We use a low-temperature oil pressing method, also known as cold pressing. Says a technician, this method helps retain the natural nutrients and flavor of the almonds, while ensuring that the oil does not lose important vitamins and minerals during the production process. The almonds are fed into the press, where they are compressed under high pressure to extract the oil without using high temperatures, preserving the natural properties of the oil. The pressed almond oil then goes through a filtration process to remove any remaining residue and ensure that the oil is of the highest purity. The filtration process is an important step to remove impurities and small particles, ensuring that the final almond oil is of the best quality. shares a technician at the factory. After filtration, the oil is tested for quality again to ensure that it meets strict standards for taste and purity. Once the almond oil is ready, it is bottled into high-quality glass or plastic bottles for storage. The bottles are carefully labeled and packaged before being distributed to stores and distributors. Finally, when the almond oil bottles reach the hands of consumers, they not only taste delicious, but also provide many health benefits. Almond oil is widely used in cooking, beauty, and health care, thanks to its natural antioxidant and moisturizing properties. Harvesting is usually done by hand or with special tools to ensure that the olives are not damaged. The farming team will use sticks or vibrators to shake the olives off their feet and collect them in bins or baskets. After harvesting, the olives are brought to the processing plant as soon as possible. This is important because olives are a fruit that is susceptible to oxidation and decomposition, and quick processing helps preserve the quality of the olive oil. At the plant, processing begins with cleaning the olives. This process removes impurities such as leaves, branches, and dirt, ensuring that only the cleanest and highest quality olives are used to produce oil. Next, the olives are fed into a crusher. This is a crucial step in the olive oil production process. The olives are crushed to create a mixture called pasta, which includes the pulp, seeds, and juice. After crushing, the olive mixture is further processed through a centrifuge to separate the oil. The centrifuge uses centrifugal force to separate the oil from the rest of the mixture. The technician continues to explain. The centrifuge process is important because it helps remove water and other remaining particles in the olive mixture, while retaining the natural flavor and quality of the oil. The olive oil obtained from the centrifuge process is virgin, not subjected to high heat or chemical treatments, retaining its characteristic flavor and health-promoting nutrients. One of the reasons olive oil is so popular is because of its nutritional properties. Olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fats, antioxidants, and vitamin E, which help reduce the risk of heart disease, support skin health, and may improve brain function. Studies have shown that consuming olive oil can be beneficial to overall health, making it an important part of the diet of many people around the world. Once the centrifugation process is complete, the olive oil is filtered again to remove any remaining residue or impurities. The oil is then quality tested to ensure it meets standards for color, flavor, and purity. The bottles of olive oil are then carefully packaged and prepared for distribution to markets and consumers. Olive oil is not only a popular ingredient in cooking, but is also used in many beauty and health care products, from skin creams to shampoos. With its unique flavor and high nutritional value, olive oil has occupied an important place in the cuisine and traditional medicine of many cultures around the world. China has emerged as the world's largest apple producer, accounting for more than 52% of the world's apple output. China's apple production has grown rapidly over the past decades, thanks to continuous investment in agricultural technology and improved farming techniques. China's largest apple growing regions include Shandong, Hebei, and Shaanxi provinces. Experts predict that by 2025, China's apple output will reach about 41 million tons, helping the country continue to maintain its position as the world's leading apple producer and exporter. With this forecast, China will not only ensure domestic consumption, but also increase apple exports to many major markets around the world, including Europe, the United States, and Asian countries. The apple harvesting process in China is also a carefully invested job to ensure that the apples not only achieve a large yield, but also maintain the highest quality when reaching consumers. In recent years, China has continuously improved harvesting techniques, applying mechanization to some stages to reduce labor and increase efficiency. However, Manual harvesting is still preferred in many areas, especially for high-end apple varieties that require care and meticulousness to avoid damaging the fruit. In addition to manual harvesting methods, special attention is also paid to the preservation and packaging of apples. After harvesting, apples are put into temperature and humidity-controlled warehouses to extend the storage time. Modern preservation methods, such as controlled atmosphere storage technology, have helped apples retain their freshness for many months, ensuring the supply of products with consistent quality to the international market. China's corn industry has undergone a major revolution in recent years. Corn is not only a staple food for humans, but also a staple feed for livestock. When it comes to corn, it is impossible not to mention the shift from manual farming to mechanization. Today, the vast fields stretching across China's countryside are no longer the image of farmers laboriously harvesting corn by hand. Instead, modern machinery has replaced them, making the harvesting process fast, accurate, and labor-saving. According to statistics, China is now the second largest in the world in annual corn production, with more than 257 million tons harvested each year, second only to the United States. Combine harvesters play an important role in changing the face of Chinese agriculture. These machines are designed to harvest corn carefully, with the ability to move along rows of straight plants, helping to harvest corn much faster and more efficiently than manual methods. Moreover, they are also capable of minimizing damage to corn during the harvesting process, ensuring that the corn cobs after harvest still retain high quality. This not only helps farmers save time and effort, but also minimizes economic losses due to damaged products. The use of machinery does not stop at the harvesting stage, but also extends to the entire farming process from planting, care to storage. Modern irrigation systems, combined with fertilizers and advanced crop care techniques, have helped corn plants grow strongly, creating favorable conditions for bountiful crops. China has imported billions of dollars of corn from the United States, but at the same time, the country is also becoming a leading corn producer, dominating both domestic and international markets. Another important factor contributing to the growth of China's corn industry is the large demand from the livestock industry. About 75% of China's corn production is used as feed for livestock, poultry, and other farmed animals. According to the Global Agricultural Information Network, China will harvest about 296 million tons of corn in 2024 to 2025, up 2.4% from the previous year. This shows a continuous improvement in the country's agricultural productivity. The corn area in China is estimated at 44.3 million hectares, which is larger than the area planted to other grains. Chinese farmers tend to grow more corn than soybeans because of the higher profit margin from corn. This also motivates manufacturers to adopt more advanced technologies to improve production efficiency. Currently, China has more than 12,000 hectares of land dedicated to orange cultivation, generating a huge annual output. Every year during the peak season, especially during the Lunar New Year, the demand for citrus consumption skyrockets, both domestically and internationally. Citrus is not only a familiar fruit on the Chinese New Year's dinner tray, but also has a feng shui meaning, symbolizing prosperity and luck. Therefore, the citrus season becomes extremely vibrant, and farmers in orange-growing regions such as Guangdong, Fujian, and Hunan are busy preparing for the biggest harvest of the year. Harvesting usually begins in late autumn and lasts until early spring, with the peak falling around December and January, right before the Lunar New Year takes place. Citrus in China is mainly consumed fresh, with only a small portion of the output being processed into products such as juice, jam, or dry. This means that consumers, both domestic and international, can enjoy fresh, juicy oranges as soon as they are picked from the farm. To ensure the highest quality, citrus harvesting in China is still largely done by hand. Farmers meticulously pick each orange by hand, carefully selecting those that have reached the perfect ripeness. An important factor that makes Chinese citrus highly valued in the international market is the quality of the product. Orange farms here strictly adhere to international food safety and quality standards, ensuring that the oranges are not only delicious but also safe for consumers. In addition to the domestic market, China also exports citrus to many other countries, including neighboring Asian countries such as Japan, Korea, and even European countries and the United States. International demand for Chinese citrus is constantly increasing, especially during festive seasons when the fresh fruit becomes a meaningful and popular gift. Every year, China imports millions of tons of soybeans from major producing countries such as the United States, Brazil, and Argentina to meet the needs of its domestic market. Imported soybeans are mainly used in the production of animal feed, especially for feeding cattle, pigs, and poultry, important industries that provide protein for China's huge population. In addition, soybeans are also the main raw material for the production of popular food products such as tofu, soy milk, and soybean oil, indispensable dishes in the daily meals of millions of people. Farmers are also trained to use these new technologies, helping them optimize the cultivation process and ensure that the final product meets the highest quality standards. In addition, China also focuses on developing healthy food products from soybeans. Soybean-based foods, such as tofu and soy milk, have become symbols of a healthy diet in China. The growing awareness of the health benefits of soybeans has fueled demand for these products, not only in China but also in the international market. Chinese food manufacturers have capitalized on this trend to develop premium soybean products, meeting the needs of consumers not only domestically but also globally. With remarkable achievements in the agricultural sector, China is increasingly asserting its position on the world agricultural map. From applying modern technology, including mechanization, artificial intelligence, and precision agricultural management methods, to combining with traditional farming techniques passed down through generations, Chinese farmers are gradually transforming and reshaping the country's agriculture. Farms are increasingly expanding in scale, professionalizing in management, and achieving higher production efficiency than ever before. These achievements not only bring pride to Chinese farmers, but also demonstrate the determination and unremitting efforts of the entire country in building an advanced agriculture to meet the growing demands of domestic and foreign markets. From field to table, China is gradually asserting itself as one of the world's largest agricultural centers, with a future full of potential and opportunity.